Seoul, October 6, 2025. A few days after undergoing a sudden medical examination at a military hospital due to complaints of dizziness, actor and ASTRO member Cha Eun-woo finally returned to the military headquarters in good health. According to reports from the military medical staff, the results of an MRI examination performed on an emergency basis showed no serious abnormalities, and the artist's condition was assessed as good and stable. The beginning, an unusual turn of events and internal. Source from the military said the incident began at the end of last week, when Cha Eun-woo reportedly complained of dizziness and mild loss of balance after undergoing physical exercise in the morning. He did not faint or lose consciousness, but felt dizzy enough to be asked to rest in the medical room, said a source familiar with the condition. The military immediately took Cha Eun-woo to the nearest military hospital for a thorough examination. Although initially thought to be just ordinary fatigue, the team of doctors decided to do an MRI of the head as a preventive measure, a procedure commonly applied to soldiers who reported symptoms of vertigo or sudden dizziness. Medical examination and quick action. According to the medical report received by the editorial office, the results of the MRI showed no signs of structural abnormalities or injuries. Doctors make sure there are no problems with the brain or central nervous system, and the cause of complaints is most likely from fatigue, stress, or lack of sleep. One of the doctors who examined Cha Eun-woo said, "The patient comes with complaints of dizziness after morning exercises. We conducted a full examination, including MRI, to confirm his condition. No serious abnormalities were found. After a short observation, he is allowed to rest." This quick step was appreciated by many. In a military context, every little symptom experienced by a public figure like Cha Eun-woo usually gets immediate attention to prevent wild speculation on social media. Therefore, the decision of the medical team to perform an MRI is immediately considered a standard procedure for the sake of safety and transparency. Returned to headquarters and daily activities. After 2 days of observation and minor treatment, Cha Eun-woo is declared fit to return to duty. He returned to military headquarters with the supervision of a medical team and resumed his military routine gradually. The military source said Eun-woo was still following a regular training schedule but with supervision so as not to experience excessive fatigue. He looked cheerful when he returned to the base. His teammates greeted him warmly. "There is no sign of him still feeling unwell," said a unit member who declined to be named. Cha Eun-woo's return to his unit is proof that health procedures in the Korean military are carried out with discipline and efficiency. In recent years, military authorities have tightened health protocols, especially for celebrities serving in the military, to avoid the impression of preferential treatment. Public and fan response. As soon as the news of Eun-woo's examination circulated on social media, the hashtags #GetWellSoonEunwoo and #StayStrongEunwoo immediately became a trend on X, Twitter, and fan communities across Asia. Many fans expressed concern, given his busy military schedule as well as his history of hard work in the entertainment industry prior to enlistment. One of the fans wrote on the online forum, "He always gives the best for everyone. Hopefully he can really rest well there." Other comments read, "The news of the MRI had made us anxious, but thank God the results were good. Eun-woo is always strong." Support also came from fellow artists with whom he had worked. While not directly naming names, some Korean artists wrote messages on social media in support of someone who is recovering in the military. Media attention and clarification without drama amid great public attention. Representatives of the military finally gave a brief official statement on Monday morning Korean time. "Our member, Cha Eun-woo, had a medical examination after complaining of dizziness. No serious medical conditions were found. Currently, he has returned to the unit and is serving his duties as appropriate." The statement was made to dampen rumors that began circulating in some online forums about a possible serious injury or neurological condition. Korean media such as Dispatch, Sports Seoul, and Sports News immediately verified the news and confirmed that the results of the examination showed no harm. The rapid pace of confirming this information is an example of how the Korean media is now increasingly cautious about reporting celebrities who are serving in the military, especially after the last few years there have been public misunderstandings due to inaccurate rumors. The man behind the uniform, although known as an artist who always looks perfect and professional, military life shows another side of Cha Eun-woo, an ordinary human who can also be tired and vulnerable. Since serving his military service in July 2025, he has been talked about several times because of his discipline and humility in the military environment, a fellow soldier said. He never complained. Even when training hard, he still helps others. When he felt dizzy, everyone immediately worried because he rarely showed weakness. This little story shows that even though Cha Eun-woo is known as a multi-talented idol with a perfect image, he still serves like any other soldier, getting up early, training, eating in the cafeteria, and following the orders of his superiors without exception. Unfailing discipline and dedication from the beginning of his military service, Cha Eun-woo is said to have adapted quickly to a disciplined life. He chose to keep a low profile and tried to blend in with his colleagues. Even some sources say he often refuses preferential treatment from seniors who recognize his status as a celebrity. One of the instructors delivered. He was very polite and never used his fame to get leniency. When he was admitted to the hospital, he still apologized to his colleagues for making them worry. Such an attitude earned him respect in the military environment, not only because of his great name, but because of his sincerity in fulfilling state obligations. Travel before conscription, busy schedule and emotional stress. Before starting his duties on July 28, 2025, Cha Eun-woo had a busy period with various activities, including fan meetings, photo shoots, and drama projects. Even a few days before entering the military, he had visited the grave of the late Moon Byun, a friend and colleague of the ASTRO group, to pay his last respects. The moment moved many fans and highlighted how heavy an emotional burden he may have felt before serving his term. No wonder when the news that he complained of dizziness appeared, the public immediately worried that it might be caused by physical and emotional fatigue that had accumulated. But doctors confirmed that there were no indications of medical problems related to severe stress, and the results of a thorough examination showed all vital organs in a normal state. Calm after reassurance. After the results of the examination were announced, the atmosphere around the fans changed into relief. Astro community forums in various countries were filled with messages of gratitude and support. Some large fanbases even made donations to Korean military health organizations as a symbolic form of support for the welfare of active duty soldiers, an act inspired by the Eun-woo incident. Eun-woo often says that health is the most precious thing, wrote a fan from Thailand. So we wanted to do something meaningful after hearing the news that he was okay. Return to routine in future in the military. Now, with his condition back stable, Cha Eun-woo is scheduled to continue his unit's mid-level training program. He will continue to undergo general activities such as patrolling, physical training, and special skills training, while remaining under regular medical supervision. The Korean military is known to be strict in monitoring the health of its members, especially those who are in the public spotlight. As such, there was no excessive concern regarding Eun-woo's long-term safety or health during his service. An image that is getting stronger in the eyes of the public. This small incident actually reinforces Cha Eun-woo's image as a tough and responsible figure. Instead of causing excessive sympathy, the public sees him as an example of how a celebrity can face difficult situations with calmness and maturity. Some Korean media analysts consider that his professional attitude, even when dealing with health issues, is proof of his career maturity. Cha Eun-woo is not only known for his handsome face or talent, but also for his firmness of character, wrote a Korean pop culture columnist. Cover, healthy, firm, and ready to continue the task. Now, after going through a medical examination and a short recovery period, Cha Eun-woo is back standing tall in his military ranks. There were no signs he would receive special treatment, and he appeared committed to completing his military service responsibly. For many fans, this incident is a reminder that behind the camera and stage, Eun-woo is still a human being who can be sick, tired, and needs time to rest.